Now be very quiet, everyone. The monsters from A Quiet Place are coming back. The two movies from Paramount have already been very successful with horror fans, but those responsible, including actor and director John Krasinski, are working on further installments, while the story of the Abbott family is to be continued in A Quiet Place 3. Today's original is about the prequel with the title Day One. We will tell you everything that is known so far about the story, the cast, and the production. The previous A Quiet Place movies mainly revolve around the fate of the Abbott family. They live in a world that has been invaded by mysterious alien creatures. The monsters are blind, but can detect even the slightest of sounds. In the course of the story, the family keeps developing new strategies to handle the danger. For example, they use a cochlear implant to disorient the monsters, and later even multiply the signal using a radio tower. In 2025, their story will be continued in Part 3, but prior to that, the prequel Day One will be released. The name already indicates which time period will be in focus here, namely the moment of the invasion. This marks a distinct change from the previous post-apocalyptic setting. Rather, it's about the downfall of humanity as we know it. Entirely new characters are also to be introduced. Just last month, Emily Blunt, the lead actress of A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place 2, spoke about the prequel. In an interview with Deadline, she revealed what a potential appearance of her own character may be all about. She first clarified that this was actress Lupita Nyong'o's movie and not hers, but the connections would become apparent once you saw the finished film. That's all she could reveal at the moment. Her ambiguous answer can be read as meaning that the Abbott family plays a role in Day One, albeit not as the center of the plot. There are clear signs of the return of another character. We are talking about the nameless leader of an island community at the end of A Quiet Place 2. In the sequel, he tells how he and his people were taken to an island by the National Guard after the invasion became known, since the creatures can't swim. We might learn more about the group and their lives before the invasion in the prequel, but it's hard to say how big their part will be in the end. Overall, the movie will probably be much more international. For example, the start of shooting took place in London, while the main storyline is set in New York City. Especially at the beginning of the movie, it would make sense to show the alien invasion in several places around the world. It would be exciting to see how the many countries of the world react to the new danger before they ultimately collapse. Some are hoping for more insight into the Death Angels, as the monsters in the franchise are called, from the prequel. They mainly prey on humans, and it's not entirely sure why they actually landed on Earth and what planet they came from in the first place. Their mysterious background raises many questions. We are eager to find out whether the new movie will answer some of them. Back in November 2020, Paramount Pictures announced that they were working on a Quiet Place spinoff. It was originally to be written and directed by indie director Jeff Nichols. A year later, however, it was announced that Nichols and Paramount were parting ways due to creative differences. Then, in January 2022, director Michael Sarnowski was signed on as a replacement, best known for his Nicolas Cage film Pig. He took over the screenplay as well. Filming has been completed for several months already and took place from February to April 2023. The theatrical release of A Quiet Place Day One is scheduled for March 8th, 2024. Several actors have already been confirmed for the cast of A Quiet Place Day One. The presumed lead role will be played by 12 Years a Slave and Black Panther star Lupita Nyong'o. She also has experience in the horror genre, having featured in Jordan Peele's Us and the horror comedy Little Monsters, for example. The cast also includes Jimon Hounsou, who will once again play the island's leader. Alex Wolff, who has been cast, is no stranger to the horror genre either. He played the 16-year-old son in the acclaimed Hereditary and is also part of the cast in the upcoming historical drama Oppenheimer by Christopher Nolan. Last but not least, the current cast is completed by Stranger Things star Joseph Quinn, who played fan favorite Eddie in the Netflix series. We hope you enjoyed our new original episode. What are your high hopes for the prequel? And do you think Emily Blunt or John Krasinski will be making a small appearance? Feel free to tell us in the comments, and let us know if you want to learn more about A Quiet Place 3.